Hey guys, happy Friday. What a beautiful day it is today. It's almost the weekend. What are you guys gonna do? Probably do lots of swimming and stay cool. Drink lots of water, which is what I want to talk about in this video actually. So yeah, in the last video we talked about sunlight, right? How to nourish your body with sunlight. Well, here's the key, guys: is you need to balance out that sunlight with water. Okay, I'm sure everybody knows that when it's hot out and the sun is strong, you got to drink that much more water, right? And we really don't drink enough water year round. Doesn't really matter. We just don't drink enough water. Our lifestyle dehydrates us, right? So we probably need a lot more water than even our ancestors needed. They probably could have went a lot longer periods without water. But the more disconnected we are, which we tend to live a more disconnected life from the ground and from the sun, the more water we're going to need. Okay, and we drink a lot of coffee today and a lot of booze and those types of things as well, right? And then we're also bathing in all those electronics, the wireless frequencies. They dehydrate you at the intracellular level. Okay, so water is important for cooling. It's sort of it's here. I want to use this sort of. It's not even an analogy, but water is sort of the opposite element to fire, right? And so if you think about fire or sunlight, it's sort of like it has this sort of masculine energy, right? And the water is more the feminine energy. Okay, so water is very it's magnetic. Its energy flows through water networks in the body, right? So it's very important for energy flow. It slows light energy down. It can store that light energy for a long time, guys. Like I'm talking like thousands, millions of years, right? It literally water holds information and memory and energy, so that it can basically tap into our bodies can tap into that energy source. So it's basically like a battery, right? But it's interesting because if you look at sunlight and fire as sort of that masculine energy, it's sort of like the giver or the provider, right? So that's kind of like a father. He provides for his family, right? He gives, right, the energy to his family, right? It's usually through money and through wealth and things like that, right? So anyways, with water, guys, it's more the feminine energy. It's more the grounding, the magnetic, the holding energy, right? Water holds, right? It holds energy. It holds you, right? Your cells bathe in water, right? There's water in your cells. There's water around your cells, right? So water is very important, right? Now, the key, guys, without going too sciencey, is that your mitochondria makes the water inside the cell. The intracellular water is 100% done by the mitochondria. The water that you drink does not get into the intracellular area. Okay, so that's the key, guys. So if you really want to be optimally hydrated, then you have to focus on the health of your mitochondria, right? So again, that's grounding yourself and getting sunlight and drinking water as well, because the water that you drink is indirectly it's sort of going to cool the surfaces of your cell, which causes the cells to shrink down a little bit, and that'll bring those proteins that tunnel energy, right, electrons closer together so that you have a better energy flow inside the cell, and that energy flow is what's driving water production. Okay, it's something called cellular respiration. That's how you burn your fats. And if you're a fat burner, you can make a lot more metabolic water inside the cell from burning fats through cellular respiration than from burning carbs. Okay, so it's not to say that carbs are not good for you, right? You eat them when they're in season, but the key is that if you can be a fat burner, which means you don't need to constantly eat, you can go longer stretches without food and your energy flow is good and you can tap into fat, then your mitochondria is going to be burning that fat to make a lot of water to stay hydrated, right? That's why camels have the big humps of fat, okay? Because they don't always have access to water and cool themselves down. So when the sun hits the fat mass on their back, it actually increases fat burning to allow for cellular respiration to take place in the mitochondria to make that intracellular water to keep them cool and keep them hydrated in the heat. Okay, so we work the same way, right? But obviously, the more water you can drink, it just helps flow things, you detox everything, right? So it's very important. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water. And make sure that you get yourself into water, guys. That's the best way to cool your skin down so you can stay in the sun longer, right? So if you have a pool or a sprinkler or anything or lake, go and get yourself into water as well. That's sort of that protective motherly energy, right? Grounding yourself on the earth, but also getting into water, right? If it's cooler water, that's good as well. And then yeah, drink lots of water and optimize your mitochondrial health by doing the proper nourishment you need to do, and make sure you're getting good sleep, because that's when your mitochondria repair. Okay, so that's the key, key, guys, with water, whatever you're drinking now, you probably got to drink more, especially if you're getting headaches or any sort of symptoms of blocked energy. Drink more water and you'll be good. All right, I promise.